this is Imaginaria, where you are at a station on Antarctica. That's about all I know about the game, so yeah. It seemed very interesting, because we don't have many games based in Antarctica, so... Oh, okay, I clicked on that. Okay, Imaginaria is both a night watch and a night watcher. It's a military term, and it supposedly comes from Latin. Imaginarius, relative to a mental figure. Perhaps because under Imaginaria, the mind likes to wander too. In Antarctica, we do them since the incident. And tonight, I am in Imaginaria. Don't mind doing the watch at this hour. I couldn't sleep anyway. Oh, okay. So, yeah. Okay, we got... this is my radio. I take it with me all the time. It's the only sure way of being found. There is no phone signal here, and the Wi-Fi works only inside the buildings. When you go outside the station, you need to always take a radio with you, and announce where you are going. There's supposed to be a radio person on call at all times, to register those movements, but, you know. Okay, well we got the radio. Okay, computer by the looks of it. Yep, this is my laptop. Piece of home. I'm spending the dead of winter learning pixel art and creating a game engine to make interactive fiction. Either one will be useful, maybe. Okay, boots. Feet are always cold, even with these boots, and 2 pairs of socks on. Okay, what is this? The window is covered with cardboard almost all year round. During winter, it's too dark to see anything, and it helps with insulation. During summer, the sun at night drives me crazy. Oh, that's interesting to know. Okay, and there's a coat. Antarctica is cold, and to go outside you need to get dressed in layers. There's a first layer, or first skin, made of thermal long johns and an undershirt. Second layer is made of thick fleece, and the third layer is water and windproof trousers and jacket. Also have an extra big and puffy feather jacket for the glacier. This one's really bad wet. Me, I like to wear these overalls. They're warm enough that I only need the first skin underneath in my warm nights like this one. They're great for working and walking around, but you can't stay still for long or you get cold. Ready to go out. Okay, awesome. Okay, what's this? Antarctica is very dry, so I keep this water bottle in case I need to wipe my throat during the night. Keep it far from the door and far from the heater, so the water is cold but not frozen. Probably good to know. There's also the heater here. Heater keeps the temperature inside above 0. Okay. I think we are done this room. And for the Imaginary, I need to check every building in the station. But first I need to get dressed and start walking. Which is what I've already done, so... Oh, okay, so that shows me the interactables. That's cool. Okay, well we can leave here. Every time you go out, you need to get dressed properly and take the radio. Even in quiet nights like this one. There was a guy who went out to get some cheese and got lost. Found him in the next day. Scared, witless, and with hypothermia, but alive. Saw him during the summer. Told me his side of the story. He went out to get some cheese and got lost. Thought he was going to die. For cheese. God, that is one way to fucking go out. Go out for cheese, come back with hypothermia. There's no good trade-off. For Imaginaria, I need to check every building in the station. Making sure they're not on fire. Well, they make a pretty good bonfire. Keep it warm for at least a little bit. This is my satellite cabin. There are 4 in the station. Call them tomatoes because they're red and round. They're made of fiberglass, which means they're very light and cold. During storms they shake, and so do I. It's not on fire. Good to note. Okay, covered with cardboard so no one can spy on me. Okay, and then also covered in that. I like the little twinkling in the stars, it's cool. Okay, what's this? This hatch lets you get out of the tomato in case it gets buried in snow. That's actually really good thinking. And that's just to get back in. Okay, we'll go left first. the cove is frozen. It's been like that for a few months now. You can still hear some water moving under, and when the tide is high, you can see the ice moving up and down. Looks like it's breathing. It would be kind of creepy. Ooh, moon! I always wanted to be a cosmonaut, but apparently I'm too short. Next best thing was this, so here I am. Wondering if maybe the guy, when he looked out for, was going out for cheese, who maybe got distracted by the moon, went to try and go to the moon. He was drunk, maybe, I don't know. Anyway, that seems to be it, so let's go left again. The shack is a little shelter people use when they're loading the fuel tanks. Everything in the station runs on Antarctic fuel, a special mix of jet fuel that can withstand the extreme temperature. Every summer they have to replenish the tanks to last for the whole campaign, till next summer. Task takes about a day and a night, and that's why there's a shelter. But after that, it doesn't have much use. This is the farthest I can go on foot. I just noticed I can hear water as well. There's a few more buildings out there, but I should take the skidoo if I want to check them out. Okay. These metal planks are all over the place. These ones in particular are here to help the amphibian boats get out the water. But you can find them spared around most stations, put to use in different ways or just lying about. It's a very Kafkan story. Many years ago, some station architect made an order for these things in bulk. For some reason or another, they arrived and whatever project they were going to be used for was cancelled. About 12 years later, governments changed and so did management for Antarctica. Someone started clearing backlogs, so the planks were brought and they finally got to the ice. But what for? No one knows anything about them, and the architect has long since died. But the planks are there in great quantities. First bad idea someone had was to lay them all flat on the ground to make a little planeway. After a few crash landings, the runway was dismantled and the planks started appearing all over the place. Ships take them from one station to another. Some end up here, some further south. No one dares to take them back, in case someone finally remembers what they were here for in the first place. Okay, so maybe we'll need them for later. Also, can we go in? I'm entering this thing. It's a T3 trap. Last time I got in, I was with the biologist going for the weekly mammal census. It's very icy, and we decided to stop here to put on the crampons before leaving the station. Inside we found a bag of cookies, nearly 2 years past its due date, the good stuff. We ate some and probably forgot what we were doing. Crampons, the census, everything. After debating what to do, we decided to return to the station. There was no use to just stay here freezing our asses off. Luckily, after we got out and slept in the ice for a few times, everything came back to us again. We decided to put on the crampons right there on the ice and continue with the census. Here in Antarctica, you get these memory lapses sometimes. Call it the T3 or winter over syndrome. It's quite a weird feeling. It's actually really strange. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so let's head on back. Was there always a sound there, or did I just go deaf for a moment? But yeah, I can hear... Is it machinery or wind? I don't know. Anyway, it's kind of terrifying. Why does that door almost look like it has a happy face on it? This is the new biology lab. It was built a few years ago, but it was so badly made it's already sinking into the sand. Researchers and technicians work here during the summer, processing algae, fish, and the contents of seal stomachs. Ew. It often smells bad. Yeah, I could imagine. But it's the closest building to the tomatoes, and it has a bathroom, which is nice. Okay, so what have we got? Okay, so there's this weird thing. A shovel. Oh, it's a shovel. To dig your way out in case it snows too much. Okay, guess we don't need it as of right now. Not really been used since the summer. All machines are disconnected. Definitely not on fire. Okay, good to know. Okay. Well, we're going off to the right. It contains extensions of the laboratory. 2 on the right are pretty old and rusty. The other 2 are new. You could mean 1 to 10 years old though. Anything here is labelled as new until something even newer comes around. Good to know. This whole container is used as a tool deposit. There's all kinds of things in there. Everything old and rusty like the container itself. Old backpacks, some sleds, ancient clothes no one wears anymore, and preserved animal samples. Should all go to the trash, but the old Antarcticans love to tinker inside when they're here in the summer. Okay, what about this one? Inside this container there's a huge nitrogen machine that comprises the whole room. It makes nitrogen to keep the samples frozen while they go back to the continent. Yeah, I feel like we also shouldn't mess with that. So, anyway, what about this one? This one contains a whole new lab for a single person to work in, but you can see up to 5 people in there most times. Yeah, I could assume it gets really crowded. This is another laboratory. There's a light inside. Huh. Hey, already 3 o'clock? Yeah, still filtering those samples. I'm almost done. What about you? Just starting to watch. Been to the storeroom already? Not yet. Do you want anything? Maybe something to eat. The good stuff. Nothing older than 4 years. I'll see what I can find. Thanks. Oh, okay, so I wasn't actually expecting anyone to be up, but I mean, you do you, I guess. Okay, these jugs contain water from 3 different points and depths around the cove. Samples are taken with a Niskin bottle, which is a sealed bottle on a stick that can be opened and closed from afar. Went once to try and help out with this, but got really seasick. Heh, you almost fed the seals that day. Ew. What's this? Water pump. Okay, good to know. Keep your hands to yourself. I wasn't doing anything. I got mine. Good. Give me a call when you plan to visit our friend. Sure. So that's how one of the radios. Gotcha. What's this? Thermal breaker switch. Energy is not really stable here, and the machines in the labs are expensive. Yeah, I bet. And probably even more expensive to get out there. 3 water filters, but only 1 is in use. Water goes from the jugs to the water pump, and it's forced through the filter. Then it's discarded in a drum. Paper filter is then saved in a little dish with some chemicals. So you've actually been paying attention to what I say. Sometimes. Just depends. Okay, after the water goes through the filter, it's discarded into this drum, and then dropped back into the sea. At first I thought we kept the filtered water to study or something. But only the paper filters are kept. I wouldn't know what for though. Don't feel too bad. The previous biologist didn't know either, and it was his job. Yeah, I'm guessing to see like any different like bacteria or whatever organisms live there or something. This is a plastic tablet we use to write things down with a thick marker while out in the field. Clean it with alcohol so it can be reused, but it's stained all over. Field work involves writing down lots of numbers, but paper is not the best material around ice and water. Yeah, it gets soggy very quickly. Electronic devices are even worse. Nothing works well when it's really cold. So a plastic tablet it is. Yeah. Okay, there's this thing. What's this? Can I drink it? Acetone, be my guest. Yeah, I don't think so. I'm good. These plastic jerry cans are used for keeping many different substances, and so they have to be properly labelled. This one is for drinkable water, labelled as piss. Lovely. Didn't really need to know that. There is a thing up here, apparently. Hatch to escape in case the lab gets buried in snow. God, they thought of everything. Anyway, let's leave. Okay, let's continue right. It's the old lab. It also has an office, a few bedrooms, and a small kitchen. Overwinter biologist lives here. He's always pestering me to come live with him, but I prefer the tomato. Okay, there's a snowmobile here. This is a skidoo. We have a few of them around, but most don't work. They're really old, and you can see them in any Antarctic museum around the world. We mostly use them to work on the glacier, but now that it's winter, we keep this one here to move around the station. Doesn't have any fuel. I should get some from the powerhouse. Okay, we'll do, but we'll have a look around here first. Okay, what's up here? Everything is turned off. The biologist is in the lab. Nothing on fire. Okay, we're good. Okay, what about down here? This is a warehouse filled with the most random crap. There's helium tanks, old segments of the big dome, old portable hyperbaric chamber, construction materials, crates with old forgotten samples. Yeah, stuff that we don't really need right now. Okay, but let's continue this way. This is the old house, the second oldest building of the station, after my lab. It used to be two different buildings, mess hall and meteorology office, and at some point they got joined somehow. This hall is a labyrinth of hallways and weirdly shaped rooms. Currently it allocates the main kitchen and mess hall, meteorology office, a laundry room, and bedrooms for the chef, the XO, and the two meteorologists. There used to be a cyber chat, a cafe, before there was Wi-Fi everywhere on the station. Since the incident, radio station and headquarters also function here. And there's also the only complete bathroom of the whole station, with bathtub and bidet and everything. Good to know. People living here are really lucky. Kitchen runs on natural gas that comes from these tanks. Okay, good. Let's check out the store. This is the mess hall. Fridays we have pizza night, and we also get 1 beer and 1 chocolate. Cool. It's full of candy that no one wants to eat anymore. I never thought I would get to the point of rejecting any candy, but here I am. Okay, what's this? This is the imaginary lock. I had to sign on it after completing the watch. I still need to check the new house, the storehouse, the geodesy project, the gym, the cold storage room, my office, the repair shop, and the incinerator. God, we still got a lot to do. I can sign now and go back to the bed, but the paranoia won't let go of me yet. Maybe in a few more months I'll be fed up enough to do a lousy job. Yeah. Okay, what is up here? First winter crew of the station, back in 82. Oh, okay, so they sell photographs. Okay, can we get some coffee or tea or whatever? Well, coffee and tea we can use whenever we want. They're used mostly by the researchers in the summer. Most of the winter crew have at least a kitchenette or stove on their workplaces. Okay, that's cool. Okay, what is through this way? Oh, it's just an exit. Okay, yep, let's go through there. Okay, what about in here? Meteorology office has a direct exit this way. Meteors have to control the weather station every 3 hours. And the weather station is up on that hill. You can see them running up, sometimes in flip-flops and t-shirt. No weather guessing is done here. Data is only measured and relayed. This office doesn't need to be inspected for fire, since the meters are on duty all day and night. And I don't feel like saying hi. Fair enough. Okay, let's go down this way first. Oh god, there's so many pathways. Lots of mossy rocks around here. Moss is the only plant that can survive in Antarctica. Grows only 1 mm per year. Really easy to destroy when you step on it. Hence the walkway. Fair enough. Okay, so it does that. Yeah, that goes back that way. Okay. Just need to get a bearing of where we're going. Okay, let's try going straight forward. Okay, the storehouse and the gym behind are the last buildings in this direction. Okay, so it's a multi-use building with a small cinema, a gym, and a storage for old equipment. Everything is turned off and not on fire. Summer, I was in charge of the cinema. Friday nights were for fictional films, Sunday afternoons were for coffee and documentaries. Running the cinema was a lot of work. I had to do everything from choosing the film to making the popcorn. Films were not very popular, but the popcorn was... the popcorn was. One night during a snowstorm, I lost most of the popcorn on the way here from the kitchen. People were disappointed, and many left. They lost. The film was great. Spy who came in from the cold. Made me cry and everything. Good for you. Okay, what about the store area? All non-perishable food is stored here. Ship comes once a year with provisions for 2 years, just in case. Almost all food arrives past its due date anyway. Most of it stays here for many years, but it's eventually eaten. Okay, what's here? You can take whatever you want from the storehouse. No one is going to control you. But you have to write down what you take in this notepad for inventory reasons. Fair enough. Okay, these shelves have everything from snacking and tea time, sugar, tea, tisane, coffee filters, and there's these nuts. The biologist didn't say what kind of snack he wanted. Should I take this or find something else? We'll leave it for now. Nah, okay. Okay, cookies, crackers, and cartons of milk. Bag of cookies just 3 years past its due date. Should I take some? Sure, let's take them. Rogers must still be in the lab. I should take this to him. Yeah, why not? He said nothing past 4 years, right? Okay, what's in here? Full of candy. Okay, what's upstairs? That bottle of wine has been there since the last campaign. Maybe even before that. Well, at least I hope it's going to age well. In the window you can see inside the office, and the person in charge can spare the storehouse more easily. What's in here? These crates have toiletries, soap, shampoo, and toothpaste. If you want anything else, you have to bring it yourself. Hey, that's weird. This box is full of chocolate bars. I can't normally take them freely anymore, since we're about to run out of it. Aw, damn, I was about to say, can we just sneak one out? It's one of those top opening fridges like the ones in stores. It doesn't work. Maybe it never did, but it's used to store cheese, hams, and salami. Toilet paper and a few boxes of this multi-purpose cleaning product we use for everything. Since the water treatment is not thorough, we can't use anything with bleach or harmful substances. The thing is biodegradable and pretty neutral, but it doesn't do much cleaning, like a placebo. Okay, what else? Oh, there's a couple more things. Oh, that's to go back down, but there was also this. Behind this door lies the office and the winery. It's almost the only door in the station locked with a key. Well, the driver's in charge of running this place. She keeps track of the inventory, and rations whatever is in short supply so everyone can have some. Right now it's beer and chocolate. We only receive 1 can and 1 beer per week on pizza night. Which is fair enough. Back already? Add the snacks. Should I... yeah, give it the snacks. That's something for you. Thanks. I was starving. Yeah. Thanks. You're welcome. Okay, hope you're happy. Okay. Okay, let's try going to the left. Okay, this is the sick bay. Doc lives here, and he hardly ever goes out. Don't like nor trust this guy. Hope nothing serious ever happens to anyone, cause we're totally on our own here. Well, what's the point in having a doctor here? Not entering this place. He can burn for all I care. That's kinda mean. But anyway, done for that area, then what about this way? Yeah, this building is called the new house, and it's just a long hallway of bedrooms. It was built at the same time as the new laboratory, and it has just as many problems. We used to sleep here during summer, when the station was overcrowded. We shared a 4-bedroom dorm between 5 people. Now it's mostly empty, but the bad memories remain. Okay, what the fuck is this? Contrary to popular belief around here, these are not the remains of a whale, or leviathan, or any single animal, for that matter. These bones were gathered around the island and put together here, as if they belonged to an entire beast. But they're not. It was just someone having a laugh. God damn it. I mean, that might be an interesting creature, but not. Okay, a shovel to dig yourself out in case the house gets buried in snow. What about inside? I always thought there were people hanging from the hooks for a second, but they're just goats. This room serves as kind of an airlock or antechamber so that hallways don't have a direct connection to the exterior. Also the place to take off your boots so you don't get mud or snow all over the place. Okay, cool. Okay, house shoes to wear inside the house. Most of us have a few, so we don't have to carry them around the station. It's cool. These boots are gigantic. I can't imagine a human foot so big to fit inside them. Then again, once I found a bunch of guys laughing at a boot they deemed tiny for baby feet. It wasn't mine. I kinda know that feeling. You get some footwear along with the issued clothing when coming here. These boots are big and cozy, but you can hardly walk anywhere with them, and they break in no time. Almost no one wears theirs anymore. I can see the storehouse and gym buildings from here. Okay, what's this? This is an anti-exposure or survival suit. Use them when going out with the boats. They're waterproof and they make you float if you fall into the water. They also have whistle incorporated. They're also full of holes and super smelly. Ew. It's a very particular odor that we call suit smell. It sticks to clothes and hair. Okay, don't want to wear that. Okay, what's through here? Boots. Yeah, probably belong to the nurse. I think this is the nurse's room. Yeah. Okay, what's through here? There should be a fire extinguisher inside this box, but it's not here. Huh. Chief mechanic sleeps here. Okay, let's go further down. I don't know who sleeps here. Okay, what's this? This is the internet access point for the East Wing. It's high up so no one can play with it. Okay, this was once our whole kitchen, to be used in case the house got buried in the snow. Some years ago it was dismantled because the station chef didn't want people skipping breakfast in the main house. Since then it's just an empty room with an extra kettle and some tea bags. Now when the house gets buried in snow, people just stay hungry until they can be dug out. Yeah, great. Okay, what's through here? More plastic crates, I don't know what's inside them. Probably not interesting. What's this? And a crowbar. And what, we're not going to take it? And take away barrels. What are these? These huge water heaters provide hot water for the showers and the heating. Okay, let's check what's through this door. Oh, there's a fire extinguisher here. The fire extinguisher has passed its due date for some years. After the incident, all fire extinguishers were inspected. We found absolutely all of them were expired. It was already winter, so there wasn't much more to do than write a report about it. Okay, this is the internet access point for the West Wing. I hope so nobody can play with it. Okay, what are these? In summer, whenever it rains, a stream runs under the house. It's not supposed to rain down here, but it does. I don't know what the floor is made of, but the constant humidity made it all bumpy. Ew. This room is free. Almost no one lives in this wing anymore, besides the divers. Divers share this room. Now that the station is mostly empty, there are a lot of free rooms. And they're friends. And they have an 8th generation game console. Ooh. Don't mind borrowing that later. Okay, what's in this door? This one is one of the shared bathrooms. It has 4 toilet stalls and 4 showers. The floor is extra bumpy in there. And it's not possible to close the door all the way anymore. Okay, that's kind of inconvenient. Like toiletries and toilet paper. Since we stay here for the whole year, we can bring stuff by the ship, using these blue barrels. I think this one was mine, but it's empty now. Oh, okay, we can go in this one. It used to be my room during the summer. Cold and damp, and it was often overcrowded. In summer, people come and go, so I had lots of roommates. After the first month here, I got a terrible cough every time I lay down to sleep. It kept getting worse, and I was coughing all day and all night. Sleeping was hard, but eating was even worse. Kitchen helper, who stayed here for half the summer, used to jump from the bed to rub tiger balm on my chest. I had a son with severe asthma, and apparently my coughing was quite triggering. I consulted the doc a few times, and he said it was all in my head. Of course, that motherfucker. In any case, after I left this room, the cough disappeared, and completely, so it's either a ghost or mold. Normally I like the top bed, but these ones are too wobbly. As soon as I could, I got rid of the second bunk bed and got a desk and chair. Never really used them, but it was an excuse to cut down by half the amount of people that could fit in this room. Fair enough. Okay, moldy wardrobe. Well, there's your mold. Also don't like how eerily quiet it got in here. I'm gonna leave. Okay, everyone seems to be sleeping. All good here. Okay. Okay, hold on, there's a thing here. Cape Glacier ice here. Fish from the sea to put in the drinks. By now it's melted and frozen again, so it's still ice, but a bit more disgusting. Lovely. Okay, let's try going to the right here. Building is the powerhouse. It doesn't have doors, only holes. And it contains the generators. Generators use Antarctic jet fuel to power everything in the station. It's very noisy and smelly. I don't even like walking past this place. What is here? Oh yeah, it's definitely loud. The place also houses the cold storage where we keep frozen meat and vegetables. When people die and can't be evacuated immediately, they are also stored here. Lovely. I had one dead this last summer. He was in there for about a week. The cook, who is very superstitious, wouldn't enter. So we ate canned food for most of that week. Yeah, guess I don't really blame him, but this is the running generator. There are a total of 4 like this one. 2 don't work at all, but I used to scrap for parts. The other 2 are used alternately and changed every fortnight. Okay, we got these drones contain Antarctic jet fuel to feed the generator. And the jerrycan has some fuel I can use for the skidoo. Okay, awesome, I shall take that. Okay, temperature inside the cold storage room is minus 20 degrees Celsius. Noted. Okay, what about in here? There's nothing interesting inside. Okay, good to know. Hope there are no dead bodies inside. Okay, that just lays back out again. Okay, well, what about in here? The door just opens to the sea. Not sure what its purpose, but I think it has to do with loading fuel from boats. Okay, I think that was it for in here. Yep, we're done. Okay, but what is down this way? Antechamber here is used to keep fresh vegetables and fruit for a while after they get to the station in the summer. They don't last long, but it's something. This year, though, everything came down from the ship already, rotting, but we managed to eat some of it anyway. That's lovely. These are the Antarctic fuel reservoirs. Antarctic fuel is jet fuel prepared to endure freezing cold. Okay, what's in here? This building is completely empty. Okay, that's it. What's this way? Okay, this is the weather station. It's quite old and not at all automatic. Meteors are on duty every day and night, and they have to come up every 3 hours to check the measurements. Okay, that's good to know. This thing is an anemometer, kind of weather vane to measure the wind. It's badly calibrated, missing north for about 90 degrees. We've been telling this to the MEO for months now. Showed him compasses and geodetic data, but he doesn't want to change it. Of course not. Okay, what's this thing? This is a ring gauge. I have no idea how it works. It's a long open bottle with an antifreeze substance inside. Every once in a while, the MEO climbs to a ladder and puts a stick in it, then writes down a number. And that's it. It sounds easy enough. What about this? This glass ball measures the sun reflection by focusing the light onto a little strip of paper. Intensity is measured by checking how much the strip is burned that day. Okay, what about this thing? There's a few thermometers under the wooden pyramid. I guess they're one of the main elements of the weather station. And what about this thing? The old house has a water pump to bring water from a lagoon at the back of the station. This way we have drinking water most of the year without much effort. For that, people had to bring ice from the glacier and melt it. Making water was a rotative duty, like doing the cleaning or trash processing, or imagine area. But if you wanted to take a shower, you'd have to flush your own chunk of ice. That's fair enough. Okay, continue right, I guess. This is the oldest house in the station, and my favorite place in the whole world. It used to be a summer shelter before the station was founded. Then it became the main biology laboratory. After the old lab was built, it then became a storage, and it held the CO2 project machines. The project hasn't been running for more than 10 years, but people still call me the CO2 after it. People change every year, but the positions are usually the same, so you become what you do. You can be the doc, the cook, the chef, the MEO, biologist, the XO, the CO2. Some years ago, the satellite links were set up, then the seismograph and the other projects. That's when the Earth Sciences and Telecom Lab were officially founded. And this year is mine. Okay, there are 2 satellite links that bring us the internet. The oldest one is the 256 kilobytes per second KBS symmetrical connection, very stable. Use it for the telephone and important projects that send data permanently, like the seismographs. The new one is asymmetrical, about 1 Mbps download speed, but really bad upload. Use that for one for the internet, but it gets clonked every time someone sends a voice message or a video. Now it's not so bad, but it's not easy sharing these connections with 150 other people in the summer. Yeah, I could imagine. Okay, what's this one? This is the submarine. It's not really a submarine, just a metal storage unit where I keep the big tools. Okay, awesome. What's in here? Okay, another shovel. The thermal breaker for this building. Okay, what's in this way? Here's Sweet Home. Yeah, this computer is old as sin, but it still manages to do what it should. Send data and keep the inventory files. First duty as chief of this lab is to keep the Earth Sciences projects working all year round. In summer, many researchers and students come to take samples and set up the projects. But then they leave, and only us, the winter crew, stay to keep everything running. Since we're next to the sea, cables and connections can get salt buildup and they often break. Things also suffer from snow, ice, freezing weather, and curious animals and people. The second duty is to keep the internet working, and it seems to be all people care about. Yeah, it is not surprising. When it rains in summer, the door swells and it's hard to move. I keep this crowbar to pry it open when it happens. Okay, good to know. What's this? Found this cheese forgotten between two shells in the storehouse. It is a bit green and mossy, but that's the only proves the taste. Ew, it's gross. Why are you eating mossy freaking cheese? It's gross. This is a headlight. The light you strap onto your head so your hands don't freeze that much. Good to know. This is a little fridge where we use in the summer to keep butter and beer. It's just a hole in the inner wall. Nothing fancy. Yeah, empty tuna can. Thought we ran out of tuna months ago. Huh. Okay, we do have a couple of things here. This brick on top of the stove helps heat up the place much faster than any electrical heater. Okay, what is this? Kettle to make tea. There's black tea and Linden tisane. Some weeks ago, guests came from another station in a small plane called Twin Otter. There's a runway up in the glacier that can be used in winter when the ice is consolidated enough. They told us in their station all the tisane in lemon verbena, yet another station got all the whatever that is. Know exactly how this happened. Somehow it bothers me more than the rotten vegetables. No surprise there. There's also a hatch up here. Hatch leads to a small storage area where we keep rolls of wires mostly. Okay, good. Okay, what about to the right here? The machines inside this rack handle the server for the station network that distributes the internet to every house. Second rack has some old device used with an old satellite link that doesn't work anymore. And there's also the voice over IP telephone central. And what about this one? Third rack has the machines for the current satellite links. I was trained to handle this equipment for a total of 8 hours. I'm afraid that if it suddenly stopped working, I wouldn't know what to do. So I wouldn't be able to check on the internet how to fix it. Yeah, so everybody would be screwed. This machine is the last remnant of the CO2 project. I don't know how it works or what it is used for, but it involves big amounts of whatever alcohol that we have stored in the submarine. Yeah, I can see the submarine from here. There's also a hatch, storeroom for old machines from long dead projects. Okay, there's also a hatch up here. The station is too overcrowded. Sometimes the CO2 sleep up here, or when the CO2s are too antisocial. I don't like people sleeping here, but we still keep a mattress for other purposes. Rolled up mattress. And what about this? Water reservoir. The southwest, there's the protected area and the geodesy project. Antarctica as a whole is protected under the Antarctic Treaty. It stipulates land can't be exploited or claimed. Only science is allowed here. Antarctic specially protected areas are even more protected and no one can enter without a permit. One around here starts just after the lighthouse to the west, extends for around 9 kilometers along the beach. The elephant seal colonies, some fur seals too, giant pastorals and penguin colonies, gentoos and jellies. Biology has a permit to enter the zone, with a +1, usually me. Just every week a mammal census, counting on how many seals and beach and which types. Like helping with that job. It's a great excuse for leaving the station for a while. Not many animals now, but once in summer we counted over 100 fursuits. Well, that's a lot. What about this way? To the northeast there is the glacier. This glacier, as many others around the world, is shrinking rapidly. We keep track of this in a few ways. There's a camera fixed outside this building that takes pictures of the glacier every 3 hours. This project has been running for many years now. An automatic weather station on top of the glacier takes measurements of temperature, wind speed, humidity, and more. Finally, there are 10 stakes planted around the glacier that we check every 2 weeks. We have to measure the height from the ground to a little mark in the stake and take a picture, just in case. Seals also in this direction. We could pay it a visit, but I'll need a light. I think there's one in the office. Ooh, we could do that. What is this? Radio antenna receives information from the geodesy project. Can go check it if I take this skidoo. Okay, what is this? This radio antenna receives information from the automatic weather station on top of the glacier. Data is also stored to a memory card that we have to change every 15 days or so. Glacier work is fun, but it can get really cold up there. Okay, I'll need this if I want to go to see the seal. Okay, awesome, we got it. Okay, this is a very small WC. Almost the only place we can keep properly heated, so we're making beer in it. Of course. So why wouldn't you? Could go visit the seal. Well, that wasn't there before, so we can go this way. But I just wanted to come with. Should I? Yeah, let's call him. Almost everyone in the station has a radio, so we have a code with the biologist. Pressing the button on the radio makes this little tisk tisk sound, and he knows it's me. Ah, there we go, he responded. He'll be here soon. Seal is dead. Aww. Died at the end of the summer. We saw it crawling at this one time we were going to the glacier. Found the spot and stayed. Next time we passed by it was dead, but looking just as we had seen it last time. Dead here don't decompose a lot, and don't stink either. The skewers did eat the eyes though. Ew. Hello friend, did you miss us? When seals die, the mammals team take their head for a study. This crabbear got to keep its head for it. It died a few days after the team left the situation. Luckily, no one asked us to saw it off. Whenever I do it, if given the task, probably not. This little slope is great to lie down and enjoy the silence. Stay around and absorbs any noise that may reach it. Same with the wind, for some reason. If it gets quiet here, it's like a vortex, quite neutral. And all I can think about is how I didn't want to hypothetically saw off the steel's head. I won't do it. What are you thinking? Nothing. You? I'm just thinking I'd love to die in this very spot. What? Like, right now? Not right now. When I'm old. Perfect place. Okay, but you can't die before the summer. Okay, it looks like we're done for that area. See you later. I need to take out the last filter. But that's about it. Sure. Okay, here we go. This is the radio station, or what's left of it. Burned down a week after the last ship sailed after summer ended. We still don't know exactly what happened. It was in the night and the meteor gave the alert after his 4 o'clock run. The place was the headquarters too. Sometimes the chief slept here, but that night he stayed over at the main house because it was too cold. He saved his life, but he lost all his belongings. Uniform, dress shoes, tiny horse. Cried over that up in my office while we tried to re-establish the internet to the rest of the station. Sometimes I can't sleep thinking about my office burning down, too. Imagine getting out of my room and seeing the pink gleam over the glacier. This is the incident that brought back the Imaginaries. Some people got really upset about them. Cook lost it, and now he does even a worse job than before. Doc doesn't even do them. Me, I don't mind the Imaginaries. I'm often restless at night anyway. Okay, since the chief had accommodations here, there was a small kitchen and shower run with natural gas. We were scared the gas tanks would blow up, but they didn't. Just in case, we never really touched them. They're still here, seemingly intact. What's this? Any remains of the foundation of the building and the external metal steps. Everything else made of wood and rubber has disintegrated. Okay, that was it for that area. Okay, I think we've done all we can, so let's go use this. Should I take this Gadoo? Sure. Okay, let's go. This is the repair shop. They fix, or at least try, all machines that run on diesel. Boats, Gadoos, ATVs, even the generators. Sometimes they forget their heaters on, but normally the midnight watch would notice. Okay, what have we got around here? Nothing on fire. Part of this gate was literally cut off because boats couldn't get through. Oh, that was literally it. Okay, well, we're heading back. Okay, this is the garage incinerator. Doesn't work very well, so we only burn toilet paper. Everything else gets sorted and kept in these old tanks for skipping back to the mainland. Okay, awesome, I guess. At least that can be incinerated. That is, most of it is sorted by type and put inside the drums. Drums are labelled according to the contents in one of the 4 groups. Once a year they're sent back. Group 1, biodegradable solids like food leftovers, paper and wood. Group 2, non-biodegradable solids like plastic, rubber and synthetic fibers. Ashes from burnt group 1 coming in 2. Group 3, dangerous substances. This group is further classified in one of 46 types of dangerous waste, and should include also any element contaminated with those substances. Group 4, set solids. This is anything that doesn't really harm the environment, like glass, metal, bricks or concrete. Okay, and then we just need to check the door. Incinerator works at most once a week. That's when the station is full. The power is shut down. But the thermal breakers here also control the electricity for the geodesic project. That's a bit farther away. At the garage or garbage duty, every time they turn off everything off, and I had to come out here and restart the geodesy. Told the nurse who's also in charge of waste management many times about this, but he keeps ignoring it. Put many signs and even tried to fix the switch with duct tape, but to no avail. Okay, well, I think we're done with this area, so let's move on. This is the farthest reach of the station, and it's also the part of my domain, Geodesy Project. It was this weird mushroom looking thing. This is a GPS antenna. It receives and sends geolocalization data for geodesic purposes. Geodesy is all about measuring the shape of the Earth and the gravity field. These antennas can only be installed on top of bedrock. I guess it gives a bit more stability to the point in space, but I don't really know the reason. Like that song, all this science I don't understand. It's just my job, 5 days a week. Okay, what's this? Doesn't look like it's on fire. Okay, good to know. Might as well go check through it anyway. Data from the GPS antenna is processed a bit here and then sent back to my office through a radio link. This ancient computer receives data from the GPS antenna and stores it locally in this 80 gigabyte hard drive. Data is then sent to the main server in my office and from there to the Institute servers in the mainland. Every few months I have to do a backup of the hard drives and wipe it so it can keep receiving data. Probably a better way to do this, but Antarctica seems to be frozen in time, so to speak. Yeah, I've noticed. So what's this? Computers don't like the cold, so we need to keep a heater on at all times in winter. Okay, let's just close that. Okay, what's this thing? This is the M rock. It's a rock shaped like an M. That marks the entrance of the cove. Okay, and a couple of skuas nest here in the rocks. Try to bite me every time I come check on the computer. Skuas are scary. I can imagine. My house is not connected to the station. I don't know what it's running on. Never seen anyone do any service to it or anything. There's another one just like it deeper into the cave and it's the same there. Okay, awesome. Okay, so asking me if I should go back. Well, I think we looked at everything, so. Okay. Checked everything, now I just need to go sign the imaginary login mess hall. Okay, let's sign this. That's it. I signed and I can go back to bed now. Okay, awesome. Finished already? That's right, going back to bed. What coincidence, me too. Why don't you come to my bed instead? It's warm and cozy. I have a heater in my tomato. I was talking about my chest hair. So tempting. Come on, what do you say? Sure, why the fuck not? You couldn't resist me. Sure thing, let's go. And that was it. Okay, well that was a really interesting game, that's for sure. I learned actually quite a lot about being in the Antarctic and that. Very interesting. Yeah, if you guys want to play this for yourself, I don't know if I missed anything. It may or may not be different endings, depending on what choice you get for sleeping with the guy or not, but yeah, this was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was really fun, but yeah. You'll find the link down in the description there. But yeah, if you guys want to give this a go for yourself, link will be down in the description as always. And yeah, we'll be moving on to the next game.